Hey, how's it going? This is going to be an interesting video review of 3 of the most popular ad network that bloggers use to monetize their site, or 4: Adsense, Ezoic, Mediavine, and Adthrive. So I watched these interesting videos from Income School, made a good video comparing these Adsense, those 4 ad network with actual CPM. So let's get right into it. You're going to see concrete results of bloggers that use Ezoic, that use Adthrive, that use Mediavine, and that use Adsense. Let's get right into the video.
Look, we got the survey back. Well over 100 people responded, and the numbers seem to speak for themselves, right? We have the minimum RPM on AdSense, a penny per 1,000 page. Are you kidding me?
And this is the same thing that I had with AdSense when I was monetizing my blog first with AdSense. I understand when you are a beginner blogger, AdSense is almost your only option that you have available. Of course, you have another platform like media.net, but like literally with AdSense, as you can see, for example, for this site, 440 page views is only 30 cents. So literally AdSense pays you crap.
61 cents. Now, minimum, obviously, that's like the very worst site. But let's look at the mean and the median, right? AdSense, somewhere in this $10 to $13 range. Ezoic, right about 14. But look at Mediavine and Adthrive. That seems to definitively show that Mediavine pays the most, and Adthrive is pretty close.
Now, I want to say this. I have not personally used Mediavine or Adthrive, but like you will see in the video soon, they will get into the actual apple-to-apple comparison, because like I said, Ezoic approved so many sites. I have already put together this in-depth guide that will show you exactly, because I have used Ezoic and I'm still using to monetize my site. And then you can see, like, this guide will tell you everything you will need to know, and you have the table of content that is very long because there is everything you need to know. Ezoic approves your site as soon as you have about 10,000 monthly sessions, and they approve sites from any language in any part of the world. This is why, like, at this part of the video, you might think that Mediavine and Adthrive are better than Ezoic, but that is not an apple-to-apple comparison. So what they did is that they collected more data from more bloggers. At some part of the video, they're talking about how one user says that their RPM is very low because 72% of their traffic is from India and only 3% from the USA. Now, I want to say this. This is a concrete example of how this works. If you look at this on Google, on my Google AdSense, you will see that the RPM, or the revenue, is different for the countries. Like, usually developed countries like the United States, or even only the United States, tend to have the highest CPM or RPM in terms of revenue per mile or per 1,000 page views. You can see that United States tend to be 13 cents, UK tend to be 2 cents. And that's why if you have most of your traffic from a third world country, then you will definitely have a very, very low RPM. With Ezoic, you can see that my RPM almost averages $10, which is not too far from what the Income School actually showed in their video. So let's keep going.
Now, let's look at the survey data with it more normalized, more of an apples to apples comparison between.
The results are in.
Look at the mean, the second from the bottom, and the median at the bottom. We don't really care what the mins and maxes are. Right. Look at between Ezoic, Mediavine, and Adthrive.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, so it's literally a statistical tie. There's no statistically significant difference between those.
This is one question that I've received a lot across my videos and also on my blog from comments and email. Should I switch from Ezoic to Mediavine? Is Mediavine better than Ezoic? Here's the thing. Mediavine gives you a hands-off experience, meaning that if your site is approved, they are the one that is going to implement ads. Okay, they're going to select the spot where ads would appear on your site, whereas Ezoic gives you full control, because if you go on the monetization tab, you will see that you're able to create multiple placeholders exactly where you want ads to appear on your site. Plus, the requirement for Ezoic is only 10,000 monthly session. With Mediavine, they increased it from 25,000 monthly session to about 50,000 monthly session, which means it's about 100,000 page views on average. Now with Ezoic, with about 10,000 page views, you can get approved. And Mediavine actually has that condition that your traffic has to be at least 50% from the US, which is not the case from Ezoic, because they say your website can be in any language or in any country, you will get approved as long as the language is supported by Google.
Willing to switch from one of these ad networks and you want to try out Ezoic, they've guaranteed your revenue. Even accounting for seasonality, I mean, if you were going into the fourth quarter and it was going to go up, they'll look at seasonality across your niche and they'll even boost your revenue and guarantee that they'll earn you at least that much.
How incredible this is going to be. If we could just harness this power and use it for our own personal gain, there'd be no stopping.
Ezoic, the thing that sticks out most to me is they have your back even before you make it. Right? I love that they will work with newer creators, and you know, getting them their first paycheck and getting them excited about it is huge, and I love that. In terms of like mission, like I want.
So what he's actually saying is something that I actually like about the platform as well. Ezoic is I feel like Ezoic is very mission driven and cares about small bloggers, because if you look at Adsense, literally most bloggers don't earn much from Adsense. And then if you have to wait 50,000 monthly session in order to be approved by Mediavine, and then 100,000 monthly session to be approved by Adthrive, then like that is about 90% of bloggers that are not going to make it.
I ain't make these rules up. I ain't make them up.
You know, and so I think Ezoic is really helping those small bloggers like me, like you. And one thing that I like is that the features that it offers are just incredible. Like this video tab, for example, you're able now to monetize your own video, to upload them on the platform, create videos, placeholder, post them on your site, and make money from videos, okay, when you're approved. They have multiple features as well. If you go into the big data analytics, you're able to actually see what posts tend to, so if you go under content and on the landing pages, you will see that different posts have different RPM, okay, EPMV or RPM, whatever you want to call that. For example, a post about how to recover Instagram account has an RPM of what, $7, while another post about entrepreneurship has an RPM of $24. So literally it's telling me that it's telling me what post you need to focus on more for your blog, and this is very important for you as a blogger. More information. For example, this other post has 23 RPM, this other 23 as well, so you know exactly what to focus on. And like I show as well in this detailed guide, if you scroll down the content, the table of content, and you click on what are the Ezoic requirements, you will see that I said 10,000 monthly session, but in one of my email exchange with my manager or Ezoic manager that was assigned to me, he said it's 10,000 monthly session, but we approve website on a case-by-case basis if your content and your traffic are high quality. So for example, you can have 6,000 monthly session or visit, okay, and then you can still get approved knowing that your traffic will go high and your content, and you're producing content on a regular basis. So you understand that this is really for small bloggers or content creator like you, like me. So I'm going to put the link down below of Ezoic for you to try it out or to apply if you are a blogger.
Do it! Just do it! Do it! Yes, you can! Just do it!
They don't have that huge traffic requirement like Mediavine, where 50% of your traffic has to come from the US, which I think it's incredibly difficult. There are a lot of bloggers in Germany, in India, in France, in other countries where most of their readers are not from the US, so they're not going to have that requirement to join Mediavine, but they can join Ezoic. Click on the link down below. This other video as well in the guide will show you step by step how to set up, and then at the end if you click on my monthly income, you will actually get screenshot of how the income and the EPMV is with Ezoic month after month. Okay, so you will see that I am walking the talk. I am using the platform and I am showing you what I am earning. The possibility, according to me, are just endless with this platform, and I think it's getting better over time. If you go on real time, for example, you're able to see what posts are getting seen on real time on your website, by how many people and how much money it's bringing to you. If I go on to my email and I filter Ezoic, and then you will see that I've had multiple correspondence with Ezoic and multiple tickets where I had issues with my site, and I was able to reach out to the customer service and everything was taken care perfectly by their customer service, which I think they are very responsive. So I had, for example, an issue with my subdomain where I had ads on my subdomain where ads were displaying sometimes when I changed something on my site, and then ads started displaying a bit everywhere. I opened the ticket and it was easily addressed by one of the Ezoic support, and we fixed that, and my site is running well right now. One thing that I want to say, this is very, very important. Why? You can actually make more money with Ezoic than all those other platforms, because there was something that I did not realize before. Ezoic actually approves subdomain, okay? Because at some point, like I said in this email, I started seeing ads, Ezoic ads on one of my subdomain. So I went onto Ezoic under settings. If I scroll down here on the DNS, I added one of my subdomain here, DNS record, and then what happens is that Ezoic started showing ads on my subdomain when the traffic on the subdomain started increasing. So when I saw that Ezoic was displaying ad, I was like, okay, why is Ezoic displaying ads? So I reached out and I asked the question, does Ezoic approve subdomain? Yes, the subdomains are reviewed by our platform quality team before they can be turned on with our proxy for monetization. Now I asked the question, if ads are displayed on my subdomain, do I earn money from it? Yes, the earning made from this subdomain or from your subdomain will be added to your root domain earning. And it says that, how do I see it on Ezoic? You can see it in your earning in your dashboard as overall earning. So when you will go again, imagine for example it's free to create subdomain. It's very simple to create subdomain. You can have your main domain call, for example, fishingguide.com. You can have your other subdomain call boat.fish.com, and then on the boat.fish.com you only write blog posts about the best boat that you can use for fishing. And that, if that subdomain actually start driving traffic and you add that under Ezoic, guess what? At some point Ezoic will actually monetize that subdomain as well, will add with ads, and then you will see that your overall income will increase. Meaning it's not the case with other platform approving subdomain, where Ezoic, what I just realized is that it approves the subdomain, and you can actually turn that off. If you don't want ads on your subdomain, you just email them. And for example, she said, I have turned off the proxy for my subdomain because that's a shop and I don't want ads on my shop. But if you have another blog instead of a shop as a subdomain, you can easily do that here. So that is what I love about the platform, is that not only it's for small publisher, it gives you interesting in-depth data. You can have full control of how you want ads on your site to look like, and then it has so many features for you. So I want you to click on the link down below, and plus it has the Ezoic Premium. Now I want to tell you again, the Ezoic Premium is so amazing because imagine you have 3 websites. If you're approved for Ezoic Premium, you will, for example, pay $22 per month, but guess what? They will guarantee you an increase in your overall EPMB and earning in such a way that even if you add multiple websites. I was only invited for the premium on this website right here that you see here, but guess what? When I added this other website with that, and I added this website when it only had about 3,000 monthly session with about 7,000 page views, I promise you it was approved by the Ezoic team. Like, I feel like once you already have one site approved, it's easier to get one of your other sites approved on Ezoic. So I added this other site, and I realized themmsexperience.com, and I realized that after I added it, now I also started earning revenue on the premium, like Ezoic Premium, on this other site. So Ezoic is displaying premium ads on multiple of my site, although I was only approved for one of them. So it's like, do you imagine? Meaning that for this site I am earning 48 cents additional, and then the other side I'm probably earning $1. Imagine if I have 4 other sites on Ezoic, it's going to earn a lot more than the $22 that you're paying for. The earning potential on the platforms are huge compared to their competitors. So I don't want to make this video too long. If you think this video was helpful, make sure you click on the link down below and you join the platform, because I think it's going to be a huge platform used by a lot of people in the future because it's growing fast. And until next time, make sure you check out my setup guide and all the monthly screenshot of my Ezoic earning. And until next time, I want you to really take good care of yourself. I love you guys. Peace.
And don't forget to smash like and subscribe. Thank you.